If you missed Bitcoin in 2015 or DeFi in 2020, then stick around because 2025 is all about RWA or real world assets. And there is one project right now that I'm looking at and the rest of smart money is looking at that is already massively successful, but they are in pre-sale, giving us retail users a massive opportunity. None of this is financial advice, but let's dive in to the world of RWA. So this is FlexaFina, and what these guys specialize in is real world asset tokenization. Now, what does that mean? Well, basically, you could take anything from real estate, art, or even commodities and actually turn that into a tokenized asset on the blockchain. Now, previously, this wasn't available or it wasn't able to be done because of regulations. But with the US and the EU actually easing off on regulations for crypto, this opens the door for a massive RWA wave to take place. And this is where FlexaFina come into it, because these guys basically providing a massive platform for all of this to take place. So they're going to be focusing on seamless tokenization. In a couple clicks, you will easily be able to tokenize your real world assets, or you could potentially get the fractional ownership yourself by purchasing other people's real world assets. This is going to be accessible globally because it is on the blockchain. So no matter what country you're in, you could basically get into the platform and then begin buying tokens that are connected to real world assets. So this is really going to open the door for a lot of diversification of people's portfolios. You can see here it says diversify your portfolio with a wide range of asset classes, including commodities, NFTs, and digital currencies. And that is not all these guys are doing as well. RWA is one side of it, but as you can see here, they're going to be diving into DeFi, real estate. They're going to have a treasury, a launch pad, a token builder, and they're even dabbling into AI as well here. So lots of opportunity with this project because they're really attacking all areas of crypto. And that's why they've raised over $100,000 in a few days. Now, if we go over to Crunchbase here, we can see that they are a fully registered company. And if we are looking at the signals and news section, we can see that these guys actually raised $3 million privately in their Series A. This is incredibly hard to do, so they must have had a fantastic pitch and they must have showed off some really good technology. So yes, having 3 mil raised already and 100K in the pre-sale already really does set these guys up for success, longevity, and really attacking the RWA market. But if we are talking about RWA, guys, the market itself is actually predicted by analysts to reach as much as $10 to $16 trillion in valuation globally over the next few years by 2030. So you can really see how this will reshape global finance because the everyday person can invest in basically any appreciating asset across the globe using Web3 and blockchain technology. Now, all of this is powered by the Zafi token. Right now, it's currently at 0.001, and it's actually going to double in the next pre-sale phase in terms of price. So getting in now is essential to get the absolute cheapest price on the ground floor for the next big project in the RWA space. Now, to get involved with this is super easy. All you got to do is connect your wallet here, select Ethereum or USDT, and then type in how much you want to buy with. So let's say I wanted to buy with $2,000 here. We can see I would receive 2 million of the Zafi token, which will give me various different benefits. And actually, the benefits are as follows. You're actually going to get 0 transaction fees, so you keep all your profits. You're going to get diverse staking and higher rewards if you hold this token, and you're going to get priority access to tokenization projects. What does that mean? Well, we did talk about this. We said, hey, these guys are getting into DeFi, but they're also going to be having their own launch pad here, as you can see on the right. So getting access to those projects earlier in the RWA space could actually open the door to even more profit here from holding a token that's already profiting. As well as that, these guys are doing a very prominent buy, back, and burn system, which will actually increase the token's value over time via deflation. Some other criteria tick boxes here is they have an audit. They do have one small issue here, which is trading is not enabled, but it is in pre-sale right now, so that makes total sense. And we can see everything else they passed with flying colors. Now, in terms of PR, these guys are all over the place. Web3 Wire have just done an article on them. We've got Crypto Insight actually doing an article on them as well. These are big, big PR outlets. And if we scroll up here, we can see Crypto Wiz has also done one here too. And if we go down here, we can actually see their tokenomics. So let's actually take a look at that here. So right now we can see that yes, their token supply is going to be 15% for liquidity, which will keep the price stable, 22.5% for staking, and we can also see 42% for the pre-sale. Now, the rest is going to be for the project to grow and for the partners and for a giveaway as well here. But we can see here, these top three are actually over 60% of the supply, which means that they're distributing a lot of their supply to the community rather than the team. And this for me is massive when it comes to distribution, decentralization, and longevity for this project. So good stuff there. But that is FlexaFina. Definitely check it out. Pick up some of this Zafi token yourself. And yeah, I mean, this is going to be something that I see getting a lot of traction over 2025 simply because of those regulations easing and because of all of the interest from smart money in Wall Street and traditional finance actually looking at this as a massive opportunity. So while the rest of the market is looking for 100x gems and failing via gambling, we're actually looking at real world things, real world assets, and we're doing the same thing as the smart money here by looking at FlexaFina. These guys raised 3 million privately. They've already raised 100K in their pre-sale. So now is the time to get that first mover advantage. That's going to be it from me. Have a fantastic day. I will see you in the next one.